Podcast episode 30. It's your boy VA, the nigga with the white wife.
It's your boy Black Curse, the nigga rise the American, also known as the Black Contradiction, also known as nothing. Let's go.
This dude. It's D. It's D. Hi guys, welcome back.
We got Keelan back there working the cameras. There you go.
We'll take that. We'll take that. What a week.
First off, I asked how everybody week been going. Everybody been doing good, chilling. I can see from the
You want the
facial.
honest answer or you want the
I can
answer?
see from the facial expression it ain't been going too good, huh?
We're here, so it's not going terribly, but some bumps in a row, some peaks and pits, I would say.
Yeah, that's what I can say for me, highs and lows, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're here. We're together. We get to chop up, do our shit.
Same
so
here.
we good with that. Key, what about you?
Still waiting on my verdict here from
Oh yeah, from what you told us before.
I should have told y'all I can't, but I told you about the shit.
Oh.
But yeah, it's still waiting on that shit. But
How was yours, Keith?
Oh, I'm good.
good over there, huh?
You had a good weekend? I mean, you had a good week?
You'll be part of the conversation too.
Yeah. It's work now, but yeah, we straight.
That's part of adulting. Adulting is hard sometimes. Being an adult is tough. Got a lot of responsibility.
What y'all want to get into first? We got a couple topics.
I am particularly curious about this domestic violence stuff.
Jump
I
into
mean,
it.
I know that's a heavy topic to start out with, but
Pose the question.
just why is domestic violence so underreported when men are victims? Like, what is it about that makes you guys not report or
Embarrassing.
What? That's a good one. What's embarrassing about it? Tell me more.
I think, like, with men, we're supposed to be considered strong,
Sorry.
able to handle ourselves, able to, it's like the same thing as if a man getting bullied by another man. But it happens all the time. But a man don't want to say, I'm getting bullied.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then a man definitely don't want to say, man, my woman's beating me up and I'm afraid of her.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We don't want to look weak and vulnerable.
Even though you're being weak and vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of times, a lot of men are weak. A lot of men that have their weaknesses and they are vulnerable. We just like any other human being. You know what I mean? So I think that's what I think it is.
What you think?
I think it's society rules. That shit been put on us since we young. Like, don't show your emotions. Be strong. Like, don't let people see you cry and all that shit. Like, and that hurts.
But what if you really getting hurt though?
Still.
Like, what if the woman is really like physically hurting you, where you got marks, you got bruises, maybe you have kids
Better
present?
lie about it.
Another thing too, I think also.
Would you lie about it?
I wouldn't, because I'm comfortable with myself.
So you would.
I would. If I was scared of a female, I would tell motherfuckers I'm scared of her. You know what I'm saying? But like, nah, I'm comfortable with that shit. Like,
But would you call the police?
Nah,
That's what I'm talking about, the reporting part.
I don't like getting police involved. Period. Especially me being a black man. Like, they ain't gonna look at it. They ain't gonna see it as you're being abused, or like they might.
Or that's how you believe.
Well, most of, you can probably. I think that's what it is. Like, they'll come here and they'll look at that shit as a joke. You call the, like, what's really, like, unless you like serious, like, hurt, like you stabbed or some shit, and like blood everywhere or some shit, like, oh yeah, she really fucked this nigga. But female come across my head with a pot or hit me or something like that, you probably deserved it. That's what most guys, you know what I'm saying, think, because most females ain't finna do nothing like that, you know what I'm saying, unless you push her to that limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Well, see, that's sad for me, because then that gives us the
edge.
The edge, but it gives us the ability to abuse that thing.
And
I'm gonna hit you now because I know you're not gonna do nothing about it.
Exactly.
And I was gonna say,
Work both ways.
I feel that that's what I think is like the
sad.
biggest thing too, is that like women are kind of protected in that area. So a lot of men don't want to talk about that.
I think that starts too, maybe, that's my own perception, at childhood. Because I think we all probably have been taught, guys, you shouldn't hit girls. Don't hit girls.
Yeah.
From your mama, your grandma, your sister, your auntie, your uncle. Generally in a single parent household, right? When a woman is raising people, oh, no, you don't put your hands on girls. I don't care what they do, don't do that. I have never taught my nephew that. You better push her down. if she is really laying it
your
on
life
you,
is in
she
danger.
hitting you, and you feel afraid for your safety, you got a right to make sure you are safe. Now, you can't ever hit her first. You can't ever hit a girl first. I have told him that you should not ever hit her first. But he have a sister. If Mimi in there beating on his ass, you better push her, hold her down, get her away. Just get her away from you. Don't beat on her, but
that's why I come like, don't hit, bro, because most men are stronger than women.
Correct.
They have that strength.
Correct.
So my thing is grab, hold her down,
Yeah.
like, bro, chill the
Yeah.
fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could
move
punch
you
you in your
and get
fucking
away.
face
Yeah.
and knock your ass out and just go sit on the couch and play 2K. Wait till your ass wake up. You know what I'm saying? She be like, what the fuck happened? Like, oh, you just took a nap. You know what I'm saying?
Like when you're in relationships, I think like play hitting, all that shit need to be like nipped in the bud, so it won't.
yeah,
even
that would take you
get to
somewhere. That would take you somewhere.
Point, you know what
I
I
can
mean? 'Cause
personally attest.
you can be chilling, dude, be chilling. You just smack me upside my goddamn head, and I just react on some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think even in a relationship, you shouldn't even like play like that.
I think when you're in a relationship, you should let that shit be known. Cause I'm gonna let my wife know if you ever put your hands on me, I'm gonna hit you back like you do. You shouldn't. I wouldn't put my hands on you. So that's already letting you know I'm not gonna. But if you put your hands on me, like you punching me or something, I'm gonna punch you like I would punch a nigga on the streets, just to let you know. So you have that in your head. Nip that shit in the bud. We don't need to put our hands on each other. That ain't gonna solve nothing. It's gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end up going to jail or like something gonna end bad with that shit. So let's just not put our hands on each other. Period. But I'm letting you know, you put your hands on me, I'm gonna defend.
What did you tell Trey?
Same shit. Don't let nobody put their hands on you, bro. But I tell them, like you said, don't hit first.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But somebody put their hands on you, bro, male or female, like, because like you said, I think female. Fuck that guy next door.
It's often that happens. I've seen it.
Fuck that guy. Eric hate that shit too.
Sorry,
bro.
guys.
Oh man, I hate
We'll
that.
speak up. What were we
But
saying?
yeah, I don't know. I just
About that hit first. I tell
don't hit
Kamari,
first.
you do have an obligation to respect women,
Yeah.
but women have an obligation to respect you too.
There you
So
go.
you don't need to hit them first, but you don't need to allow them to be beating and pushing on you, or spitting on you, or cutting up your clothes, or doing any of the things that we as women will do out of retaliation. And to me, it don't matter what my nephew might have done, short of put his hands on her. Like it's sad, but if he was disrespectful, if he cheated, to me that still don't give you a right to put your hands on him.
Exactly.
Right? He do have to take his lick, leave him alone. That'll be his lick, but you don't put your hands on him because he's still cheating, everything else absent, removed. He's a person, you're a person, and you have a right to defend yourself.
That's what I think people try to like. Females are like, no, bro, we equal. Like we human,
Correct.
bro. Like I'm a man, you're a woman, but we still fucking we human.
Although
bro.
we have to acknowledge what you said earlier, you guys typically are stronger than us. So for me, why would I want to hit a man if I don't want to be hit like a man? That's how I think.
Exactly.
Bro, I'm not doing that. I'm out of here. I have too much to lose, I feel like, to be going through all. Because if I get a black eye, first of all, I got to go to work, and they're going to be like, what you want? Like, really, what you want? I can't even explain all of that. Therefore, if it even look like it's headed in that direction, because I know sometimes my mouth is provocative, right? Like, I can say some things sometimes, and it'll make you want to be like, bitch, I'm really finna slap you, though, without even touching you. You know what I'm saying? I have mastered how to do that.
Like certain things, bro. Like I can't.
Water. This is water, by the way.
From women, I can't. Like for instance, I can't take.
Nigga, I swear to God, I want to go tell him something, bro. Like we recording right now, my nigga. Can you stop that, please, bro? Oh my God.
What is he doing? Just
grabbing his fucking, because he working on race car and shit, so he goes fixing his engine and makes it them whole sound. He don't usually do it this time. Just a bad fucking like he'll do it when I'm recording or something. I'm getting outside of that.
Yeah.
I know y'all hear that shit.
So I would say, even for me, like I hate, I like when I dealt with like outside my fiance, I don't play like with cussing me out, calling me a bitch, a hoe ass nigga. Like that's like you get terminated. Like you know what I'm saying? Terminated for me.
Boy, so you giving out the pink slip.
Yeah, like that's an easy termination. Like I would never.
Because you're not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do that.
But that's verbal abuse.
Yeah.
Abuse is not necessarily only physical.
Yeah, like even like me and my girl, we argue, but I don't call her no bitch, no hoe. I don't play like that. So I don't know. I just never really been into that. I just try to stay away from any of that.
I don't think I have had a relationship where I experienced that or where I gave that because I'm of the same mindset.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't do things to people that I just don't want you to do.
I guess a reason I made a stand on that shit when I was like real young, cause I just saw my daddy beat on my mama. I could never do anything because I was so young. I know that nigga be drunk, might fuck around, knock my ass out. You know what I'm saying? But as I got older, like I feel some type of way, like nigga. If you want to have some, if you want to talk about that shit down my nigga, you think that shit cool, nigga, I would knock your whole way. Cause I still feel the type of way now. Just I see the pictures and shit like in my head of seeing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I vowed when I was young, I was like, I couldn't never like, I'm not gonna do that, bro. Like that shit don't even seem right. There's a young kid just saying like that shit don't even seem right, bro. Why are you beating on her like she weak?
It's so confusing to me that happens, and then there is like, but I love you. Like that is confusing. That's one of the reasons why I don't hit Kamari and Mia. If I have to, I would take like Mimi wrote on the wall one time after I already got onto her about writing on the wall. She did it again. So I did take a ruler and I popped her hand 3 times for each letter she wrote on my wall. I explained to her this is what's going to happen, why I did that, but just taking something and hitting them or popping them or swatting them, like, I don't think that that's the right thing to do because I don't want to teach you that because you made me mad, let me down, pissed me off. I got a right to hit you.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even want that to be what you expect from life.
Yeah. I have a hard time even, that'd be hard for me because like, I've whooped my son before, but it's
don't
not
seem right, huh?
Yeah, it just don't seem right. Just like I had to give him respect the other day, but it just I don't like doing it. That's not something I
tell my daughter all the time, like, how many times have I whooped my youngest daughter? How many times have I whooped you? You never gave me a whoop. But I asked my middle daughter how many times, probably like once or twice. But I asked Trey.
That's the first child. You gotta learn.
It's experience, you know, like you a guinea pig, bro.
Yeah, because you're learning too.
Yeah.
You're learning how to parent and what works and what doesn't work. Like,
my grandma put me on game with that shit. She was like, she told me when I first took him down to Chicago and shit, and I spanked him for doing something. He was messing with something on the table. And she told him to stop. You know, I spanked him or something. She was like, why you hit him? I was like, because I told him to stop and he should know what no means and he keep doing. She was like, first of all, he's 3. He's curious. This world is new to him. You know what I'm saying? So he gone this, that, and the third. And she was like, how would you feel if somebody popped your son? Just smacked you? And I was like, I'd be ready to whoop their fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, why is it okay for you to do it and you love him so much and he look up to you and love you so much? Why would you?
Person don't.
And why would you do that? And I was like, and after that I stopped whooping him. Like I was like, thank you, grandma. Like she put me on game. Like and I was like, like yeah. And I was like, I ain't gonna whoop y'all right now. I'm gonna try to talk to y'all like adults. You know what I'm saying? Or just I don't know. I don't want to put my hands on y'all because I don't want y'all to be afraid of me when y'all do something. To like afraid to come talk to me like this nigga might pop me in the face or this nigga might do this to me. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I
give like my look now, and he know like, all right, bro, I ain't playing. You know what I'm saying?
That's present and active parenting.
Yeah.
To me, people who resort to hitting, like, this might be judgmental, but I feel like they don't always spend the time to do the work first. Like, that's just like a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Quita having some issues with brain, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I'm finna, such. And I said, no, I don't think you should do that.
taking the easy way out.
Yeah, I don't think you should do that because that's a temporary expression of anger for you. His behavior is not changed because you did that.
Mm-hmm.
His behavior is not changed. Like, you haven't given him a consequence. You haven't had a consistent action. Like, if you whoop a kid right now, right, say, hey, don't you touch that or don't you do that, and I'm about to whoop you. I'll whoop you, whatever. If I go a day, 2, 3, 4 days, weeks, whatever, still not paying attention, and you get closer to it, I'm still not paying attention. You get closer still not paying attention. I'm doing all my other things. Next thing I know, you back at touching it. I did whoop you, but you back at touching it, and I'm still not paying attention. And then when I pay attention to that's what you're doing, now I'm mad because you're doing something I told you not to do when I wasn't proactive with like the redirection or staying involved. I told her, treat him like he in prison.
There you go.
She said, what you mean? I said, the food that he liked? No. Give him jail food. The clothes that he liked? No. Give him sweats from Walmart. The shoes, she literally pressed up a shirt that said inmate of mom's prison.
God. She done this one?
Yeah,
that nigga
she
probably.
did. She did. Made him cut his hair.
That shit hard
made him
down
cut
there.
his hair because she has tried And I can attest to that because we were housemates, and then that's my best friend. We talk every single day.
Mm-hmm.
I can attest that she had tried all the things, and I was like, "What you've been trying has not been working. So how about we try this thing right here?" And I said, "The thing you got to remember though is if you do this, if you put him in jail, you gonna be in jail too, because the guards that work, they work in jail with the prisoners. They don't work from home. Like you in jail too. So some things you want to do, you might not be able to do. Some things you want to have, you might not be able to have. You just gotta but you have to see the process."
I had a conversation with a couple of my partners, and I tell them like they with the whipping, and I be like, bro, like you getting whooped as a kid, what did that do? It just made you more sneakier because you didn't want to fucking whooping. So now you go about a way of doing things so you don't get caught because you ain't gonna get no whooping, instead of somebody like explaining to you why this was wrong or what could happen if you do this. You
or
get a whooping, bro. You like
tough and resistant.
Yeah, like so. I don't think I was like, bro. Just think like, look how we turned out. We still do the shit. We got whooping, my nigga. We still go out and do what the fuck we. I just get a whooping, you know what I'm saying? It hurt for a little bit, but you go back out and do what the fuck you doing and try not to get caught this time. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
good.
but if you explain, bro, and kind of like put it in perspective to a kid and let them like understand it, like make them kind of get it, bro. Like, nah, I don't. Tell you Trey that, bro. You do some shit, your ass gonna be locked up somewhere, bro. Like there ain't gonna be no whoopings, my nigga. You might get whooped in there, you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta worry about your ass for real, bro. Like niggas fighting your ass. It ain't me whooping your ass.
That's something
a lot of
that
niggas
as
in
my
there.
son get older, that's something that I want to tell him is that, like, basically at the end of the day, bro, your decisions are your decisions. You gotta live with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta. It's consequences to whatever you do. So you know,
good and bad.
Good and bad. So that's really on you. If you want to change, or if you don't, that's kind of on you, bro. It's your life.
That's one reason why I try not to be. If there is a consequence of those two of their behavior, I try not to get in the way. Like if it's a consequence from school, if it's a consequence from their coaches, like I don't ever want to intervene on that. Even if you tell them to do something and they don't do it and you give them a consequence, come on, you got to do push-ups because you didn't do what I said. I won't open my mouth because you have to be accountable for your decision, even at 9, even at 6. If you decide to do this thing, whatever come with it is going to land at your feet. And I don't have to shield you from that. What I have to shield you from is things that you weren't expecting, things that you didn't call on yourself. But if you intentionally don't listen, Uncle V gonna have to get with you, and I'm gonna sit back. Hey, I'm sorry. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Like my son, he got into a little fight at the football game. Got in a fight in front of all these motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. Dude poured water on his shoe. I mean, I understand because he told the dude to stop, and the dude opened the bottle and poured the whole thing. So Trey just and wouldn't stop. But I say, bro, you could have walked off, but that was your pride telling you had to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand it, but like now you got to think all these coaches in here. They see that, and that's what they gonna label the troublemaker or the dude that can't hold his temper. And that shit gonna stick with you, bro. We in a small town, so you known around here, and that's what people. So you gotta understand that your decision that you made, even though the dude was wrong, that decision you made in front of all these people at this football game saw that, and they know who you are, and that's gonna kind of stick.
And they probably don't even remember the boy who poured the water
at all. They remember the dude beating the shit out this boy and wouldn't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like so. Gotta think about that, bro. Like, I understand why you did what you did, and I was like, bro, like, it's good in a way too, cause now these other motherfuckers up here gonna see, don't fuck with that nigga, bro. He ain't the one to play with like that, bro, cause he will get on my ass anywhere. Like, he don't care who around or looking. So it works in that way, but it works in a bad way too, bro. Now you got this stigma on you that you would just pop off. You know what I'm saying? Like. So you gotta think about that.
But that wasn't just a pop off, that was provoked.
No doubt, I understand, but like people ain't gonna, like you said, they don't care about the why.
They
ain't gonna look at that. They gonna look at this nigga just in the crowd.
I think that's a great segue into our next topic about the school shooting that happened at Timberview with the bullying. What y'all thoughts on that?
I don't know. I didn't read a whole bunch of literature on it. I just literally saw the video of the one child, the shooter, getting attacked by the other child, physically attacked, like beaten, is what I would say, and verbally berated in the classroom while somebody just kind of sitting by recording. You can hear the teacher yelling for help, but nobody is interceding. The kid really just getting slung around a bit. And what caught my attention the most was like he was cowering in the bar.
It was like this, bro.
Like not fighting
Like
back,
this.
not making any effort to fight back. He literally looked like, I don't want this problem.
I don't want this.
I don't want this problem. And because of that, like that cowering that he did, like it seemed like the other person was just like swollen in that space, like going crazy. I was like,
and if you the dude doing that, bro, like I guess I was taught like, once a nigga is down, what
That's
you
it.
steady doing it for?
That's
Like
it.
you doing it because I don't know. Like once you hit the dude one time and he don't want no smoke, bro, it should be done. Yeah. But you doing it extra and all that excessive shit, bro, for what? Yeah. Like what you expect somebody? How you expect somebody to act? You expect somebody just to go home and you got to come to school the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and
not only do you have to face that person, you got to face all the people that saw this shit happening to you and probably laughing, pointing, making you. Now you have several stripes on you. Now I don't think that he should have brought a gun to school. That's my personal opinion. I don't think so. But I also don't have a correct response on what he should have done.
There you go.
If I'm being honest, I don't know what he should have done because I've never been in that situation. I've never had a child in that situation. I don't know. I just don't believe that he should have brought a gun because that could have ended fatally for some people.
I don't agree with that either, but
I don't know what he could have done after he was getting beat. Ooh, that was
I would say the thing that I kind of see the most about it is that like he brought the gun to school for a reason. Like when I say a reason, meaning that like
protection.
It wasn't like a school like Columbine where I'm a loner and I just shoot people. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just shooting for fun.
He brought that hoe because nigga, I fear for my life.
Yeah, he brought a gun because like
I can't fight.
Yeah,
we clearly see that.
Yeah.
No shade to him. I'm saying the video, you clearly see he was not trying to fight. He did not want to fight. He didn't want to fight.
So I mean, the thing of it is, it makes logical sense that why he did it. You know what I mean? It was a good point.
Like, yeah, I hear it logical sense, but knife. You know what I'm saying? Stick, hammer. Like you could something else, you know what I'm saying? Like a bullet has no names, bro. If you miss your shooter, that bitch can hit anybody.
I think his age and experience in his life up until 18 doesn't, you as your age know that if you dislodge a weapon somewhere, anybody can catch a fade. At 18, I think he was like, this nigga just beat the fuck out of me, so I'm not standing for any more of those. I'm not standing for any more of those. And this gun gonna put some space. A stick, he still gotta get close to me. A knife, he gotta get close to me. That gun gonna put some space between he and myself. And again, I don't agree with him having done that. I just don't know what he could have done, or even I can't even offer what he should have done. It was just sad.
Jiu-jitsu classes or something. Nigga need some MMA trainers. Nigga need some training, bro. Cause that nigga, his hands were absent, bro. Like, bro, he wasn't swinging.
To me, the worst that could have happened, he could have killed himself.
Yeah, he could have done that
himself
too.
or other people. He
could have done that too, bro. Yeah,
I mean, because any weapon he'd have brought could have killed somebody. Knife, stick, depending on how well you trying to hit him, where you hit him.
That's why I said I don't know what he should have done.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not.
That's sad though. Just watching that video just made me cringe having to avoid myself like, oh, he gonna have to end up in high school. You know, I try to live my life in a way that affords him the luxury of having nice things. Right? So is that gonna make him a target? Is that gonna, and then you know he's a calm kid. He's not really like some kids have like a disposition, like, you know, they wired to be like, don't try it. He not that kid. He real chill. Like, he don't do all of that. It take a lot for him to respond in anger. And I don't want nobody to take,
What are you talking about?
my nephew.
Oh, okay.
I don't want anybody to put him in a position where he have to demonstrate the opposite of that, or where he gets beaten that way. Like, because as the parent, I don't know how I'm gonna react. Like, if I see this video and you beating my son like this, how old are you?
I might come whoop your ass, nigga.
You 18 too? Oh, it's up there.
I got a question though. Do y'all think the dude that brought the gun, and when y'all say it's a video of him getting beat up brutally, do you think he provoked it, like showing out like, yeah, I got this and y'all don't? Do y'all think that?
It don't even matter.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it matter. I'm just saying because it's two sides to every story, and they both young, and he didn't think enough to, like you
At
said,
the end of
bring
the
a
day,
gun.
when you had him cowering in a corner like that,
It
don't matter what else happened.
No,
like,
I'm just saying.
No,
I don't know. Like, I don't feel like if you have whatever you have, it's not up to the next man to feel a way about that.
Yeah.
His parents probably worked really hard. This is
But
assumption
what
to
the
provide
dude that
them
beat
things.
him up? What if he ain't got nothing and somebody?
But that's not on him for having it.
No, I'm just saying. What I'm saying. What if the boy was showing off like, yeah, I got this. Look at the shoes you got on. Look at my shoes. That's something I didn't seen it growing up.
No, that, I hear you.
You know
I
what
hear
I'm
you,
saying?
bro. I hear you. I see
saying.
what you're saying, bro.
Some
I don't
people
know
take
if it,
that-
I don't know if it
some-
results in that though.
Everybody use their aggression different.
So then who is accountable for that? The person that's demonstrating the aggression? I still believe the boy that was putting his hand.
No, he wrong.
That goes
He
back
wrong.
to that go
He
back to
wrong.
don't put your hands on
But
them.
I'm saying easy. I said easy to say both of them could be wrong too, though. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
saying.
know. But we don't have any information that would
Yeah.
indicate that that's what he was doing.
They say that nigga was being bullied and his parents even went to the school.
Went through
with
the-
it.
Yeah. I'm not denying it. I'm just saying.
I don't know, bro. That shit.
And then nothing has surfaced to support that, like, thought process. If we had information that said, oh, well, he was, you know what I'm saying, he did used to walk around like he was the man, or he was flashy and braggadocious and all the things, like,
That's something to do with you.
Then that
You
could be
jealous, bro.
different.
Like that's
Yeah.
jealousy, bro. That's on you,
Cause
bro.
you gotta,
it's
and
new.
I think too, like with this culture, it's so much of not holding yourself accountable for
nah, for real.
for the things that you do. You know, people don't want to own. They don't want to own it. You know what I mean? And I think like I don't want to give people that scapegoat. You know what I mean?
No doubt,
Like
no doubt.
I can react to you because you bragging on yourself.
You still got self-control.
Cause I think
Yeah,
about that
you
with
got
like
self-control.
just I mean like we trying to better our kids like
Yeah.
so if this like just say this podcast pop and we get to a point where we get money like they would take that out on our kids because our kids ain't living like us. They living a better life. They got the shit they want.
Yeah.
They got to get the car. They get the money. You know what I'm saying? They got to worry about shit. And
Yeah.
people that say y'all bougie or you talk to you like you ain't shit. You ain't better. You ain't went through none of that. Well, that's what I did. I worked this hard so my kid didn't have to live.
That's
like
what I'm saying. Like,
So-
where do we get that from? Why do you have to go
Yeah.
through something
Right.
to live a good life?
Exactly.
That's to me. That's a mentality that's ingrained in a lot of black people. Why? Who says you gotta struggle
Right.
to live good? Like,
Because we used
why
to
can't
get-
I just work hard enough and make some good decisions and get myself in a good spot, and my kids and I do live good? I don't have to. You don't have to see me dragging my knuckles on the ground, crying, bloody speed, and say, "Oh, you earned that." You don't know what I did to get here.
Right.
I
I feel
could've
like because
done
in our
this
family, we had some family members say like they had like little white kids or you know what I'm saying with me and my sister. But the funny thing about it is like the way we kind of wired, so we don't give a fuck what you thinking. You know what I mean?
Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like little white kids. What does that mean?
Like some little girl told it to Skylar at the park. Hey, you said that like a white girl. Skylar
Somebody
like,
told me
And
before.
Skylar was like, so? Just kept it moving like, the hell that mean? Like, okay.
I think when I was in high school, a couple of my friends like, "You sound white." I'm like, "What does white sound like?"
Right.
Proper. Nah,
So
proper.
then, did you mean to say I sound proper?
That's what it. That's.
I'll accept that.
I speak
but I won't
English
accept that I
correctly.
sound
Correctly.
white.
And you don't. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Because people always say,
accept that I
like,
sound
gotta
white
put on a
because
white voice when I go to this interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've heard white people sound just like us.
No doubt. No
It's a
doubt.
phase. I think it's a phase.
What's the face?
Sounding white.
I don't-
Because it's what you're around. I had my phase. I did that too when I was young.
But I don't know if it's
My
a
voice just
thing.
changed. It just it's a product of your environment to me.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
it
agree
is.
with that.
It is.
I agree with that.
I
I
don't
mean-
agree with that either because in my household it was hood, slang, all the things. I just was interested in education. I was interested in words. You know, I like to write poetry. I like the way words flow. I like the freedom that they give you. And then two, I knew I wanted to be something more than what had been in front of me. And all the people that sound that way, they weren't where I thought I wanted to be. Right? They were like hanging out.
I always
like-
feel like we always have so many exceptions to the rule. You know what I mean? Because I believe, me personally, I believe that environment has the most influence on anybody.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So I think that some of the individuals who can come out the hood or come from that environment, I think that's just like an exception to the rule. It's just your mentality. You just that one that has the gift to see past that. You know what I
past
mean?
that, like,
Because I just think environments are going to create what the people. You know what I mean? They're going to create most of the people. There's a reason why the people in the hood talk the same, act the same, because their environment created that. You know.
And the ones that get out, they look at you you ain't this. You know what I'm saying? They wanna shun you for like.
Yeah.
It's one of two things. Either they shun you or they pedestal you. I would agree with that. You obviously agree with that, but other people.
I know some people that's hood, but they real smart too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You just different out the bunch. You just you.
But to that point, I can speak the same hood you speak.
You
know
go.
that. I can speak the same hood you speak.
There you go.
I can, right? That's code switching, like being able to go back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's an advantage. Like
Yeah,
you got both sides. You got both sides of the world, bro. Like you can, and that's why I like my kids being mixed. They can see both sides.
And that's
both sides of the world.
That's how I kind of.
My kids not mixed, but they still need to see both
sides. No doubt.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up. Cause like as a kid from preschool, I was like the only black kid. You know what I mean? So. In some instances, I was just the only black kid in the room, you know, in the room or whatever. But it kind of helped me throughout life because, like, even when I went my first year in college, when you take those college classes, I was like the only black kid in there. I mean, the only black person, and I was comfortable because I've been in this situation multiple times. You know what I mean? So
That's a good point of view because if you take a certain type of black person and put them in a room with a bunch of white people, they feel very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't feel uncomfortable because I grew up. I stayed with white folks. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of saw like how they move, like so. And I've been around a lot of black people. I've been around a lot of different. I've been around a lot. I've been around a lot of Indians, a lot of Asians, a lot of just different races, and saw how they culture move, bro. So I feel I'm very diverse, and that's why I don't try to judge nobody, bro. Because I've been around other cultures. I ain't just been in a box, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
mostly around black people. That's not my upbringing where I was just around black people. And then, but my mom, she would make sure that we go see those hood families.
No doubt.
The ones with the roaches and things of that nature.
That's where you had the most fun, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like taking my kids to the hood. Yeah. If you go take the kids to the hood, they be like,
can we go back?
Yeah.
These niggas outside. These niggas ain't got no parent vision or nothing. They just out cussing.
I mean,
doing anything they want. Like shit, I love being over here. Like
it gave me a really good perspective too of like for instance, my dad I stayed on the south side of St. Louis. My dad stayed on the south side too. My mom, where we stayed on the south side was nice. Where my dad stayed, it was hood. And with my dad, like my mom always had a quote. With my dad, we had to literally get on the bus and carry groceries. I like that experience because it taught me what one person does and how they able to live comfortable and why this other person isn't. Because first of all, these two people over here don't even got a job. Mm-hmm. You know, he had his wife and him. They didn't have a job. My mama just had one job, and we was able to maintain and live a certain lifestyle. So it kind of shaped my perspective on life. And one thing I always think about is that I know that shit could be worse. Things could get bad. You know, you can live a certain lifestyle and that shit could just be gone just like that.
Just like that.
And I always try to think in that perspective, and I don't know.
I think that's dope. Just be a human being first.
Yeah.
In any setting, in any situation, just be a human being. And to the best of your ability of good. Now, whatever good means to us, you, him, me, you know, that might be
different, but
yeah, but just be as good of a person as you can be. You know what I'm saying? Based on whatever information you have. What's our next topic, fellas? You run out of space?
I did.
Yeah, that's okay. That happens sometimes. We still learning.
so we got that recording right there.
Yeah.
So how y'all feel about that Meek Mill bus that's going around?
I told them earlier, I don't really care. That don't affect my life in any kind of way. It's not applicable to me. I don't see, but I think you asked me a good question about that. So what if the bus pulled up next to your car? Hey, and my boy or my girl, if they say they don't have clothes on, they don't have clothes on. People get naked all the time.
But let me ask you, where do you think he got the idea from for that cover art?
I told you, I didn't even research or look into
You know
it
where
at
he
all
got it
because
from?
I didn't care.
You know who done it? A black lady.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the person that
That's
drew
true.
it.
Yes, a black lady drew that cover art and he approved of it. But people up in arms about the black lady on the bus bent over and all, but a black lady drew that. That's ironic.
Where do you think she got that cover from? Like,
maybe she went through that or she know people like
I think it's a strip club format.
That's what I think. And if you look at the title of his thing, it's called Expensive Pain. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody even looking at the title of his album. You
The
know?
way I looked at it when I saw the cover art, I looked at it as the rapper lifestyle. Because there's multiple things.
There you go.
There's multiple objects on the, not to say a woman's body is an object, but I mean, but.
On the bus. It's multiple.
You know what I mean? But it was multiple, and I just think it signified the rapper lifestyle.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Women, this, that, and then
Money, getting all that.
Yeah, it's expensive pain.
And it's a dude
Expensive
on the
pain, bro. Huh?
And it's a male figure on the cover art crying.
Yeah. Like,
What does that mean to you?
It's expensive pain.
expensive pain. Like, it's pain behind this shit that I'm, you know what I'm saying? It might not be right, but it's pain behind it. It's expensive, bro. Like, all this shit, this lifestyle that I live it to, so y'all can see it, but it's actually pain behind this shit. But yeah, like, my bad. Yeah, I just,
Expensive pain. I didn't know that was the name of it.
see nobody, I don't hear nobody talking about it. They just, look at the bus with the pink vagina sticking out. Like,
I don't even.
That shit funny.
Expensive.
That's crazy. That's what I think.
I think Kanye West said something about that.
I think it's a meme.
And,
behind it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Kanye West.
Yeah, he on him, Jay-Z, and what's the song? And
Niggas
Frank
and
Ocean. No. What's that song? Human beings, a mob to a king to a god.
Yeah.
Kanye had a particular line. It always stuck out to me. That's why that Meek Mill album said something. You'll probably buy it all because the pain ain't cheap. Like, that's the last part of his thing. Like, saying, well, you got all of this stuff. No, he said you'll probably spend it all. Like, all the money that you're getting, like, all the things that you're able to do, you'll probably blow it because pain is not cheap. Like, you live this lifestyle to not deal with that pain. Like, the pain is there, so you can get a girl, you can get high, you can go out, you can go trips.
And
But, and then you come home and lay baach down, it's still right there with you.
Yeah.
It's snuggle up on your pillow, closer to you than any of those other things.
I got a question on that then for all y'all each answer. If this podcast was to blow up and y'all start getting hella bread, don't give me a number, just saying y'all getting hella bread. Do you see y'all self going that route with drugs, strippers? I know some of y'all married and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that's still what it is. But do you see that's like family members making you go, you know what I'm saying? You get money coming in. So family members gonna start asking for stuff. Friends gonna start asking for stuff.
I think.
Can you think that could drive y'all? Since y'all already were up of age and y'all already been through shit.
That's what.
You know
that's
what
why
I'm
I think
saying?
it's different. If we
That's what
was
I'm
younger, if we was younger and we just blew up, but we already been through and we kind of matured and we
You
see.
can handle it better.
You can handle the shit a little better, bro. And we kind of got like our morals and how we want our kid. Like we are family oriented and we want our kids.
And we already
so,
pouring in.
yeah, so like we don't want to like just the money gonna help us amplify and teaching our kids and or being better in life. Not, I don't think.
And we'll have moments where we fuck off. Like, we're gonna be honest. We'll have moments where we fuck off, but
it ain't
I don't
gonna
think
be-
that's gonna be costly to us. It's not gonna be costly to them. I agree with that.
But I
100%.
think for me, I definitely agree with that. I always say that it's better to have money when you're older and been through things, work the day job and all that, than get
you
you
know the
at
value of the money. Then.
at 18. But I always say it's a possibility. You know?
It is, no doubt.
It's definitely a possibility that you could change.
Cause that
But
that
he asked
money
a question
comes with.
specifically like what you the drug part. That's a hands down no for me. I don't get it. To me, it doesn't matter how much money you put in front of me.
Yeah.
That's not a possibility because I've seen the ruins of that.
Yeah.
I came from the ruins
Right.
of drug addiction and how it destroys families, people, your life, your finances. Now, could I get an addiction to buying expensive stuff because I have the money? Okay, there is a possibility.
Yeah.
But drugs,
Yeah.
that there is no possibility
See, I
of that
guess
for me.
For me, it could be the weed, but I don't drink as much, so I don't think that'll be it. I don't like drinking that much.
Yeah,
I
pop
probably
X
drink
every
twice,
once in a
2 or
while,
3
so
times a year, maybe.
that could be, but I keep my XO shit like.
Do y'all see yourself going out more?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like.
I don't like
I used to. I
never
wore that
been
shit
that
out,
person.
bro. I wore that shit out. Like when I was younger, bro, I used to go out all the time.
I would feel really bad if I got a lot of money and it changed me completely.
Yeah.
I think, like I just said, when I went home and laid down with that pillow, I would feel away if it changed me completely. I don't do drugs. I drink a couple times a year. I don't go out like if I just like did a whole 360 and turned to this wild person, I have to check myself like, bro, what you on?
I think not. I don't think I would go out more. I think it would be bigger vacations.
And I will hold him accountable. As my friends, I be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, we are. I mean, we all right, but you already know I'm on that. Like, V, you tripping? Like, we got shit to do.
I had a conversation with my cousin one time about that, and I was telling, because he was saying like, you think you'll get, go crazy like that, or whatever. I said, it's a possibility. I said, to think about it, you gotta think about it like this, because he raps. I was like, you saying that right now, but I said, okay, you want to do, I said, you like 2 Chainz, right? Like, yeah. So you go meet up with 2 Chainz at the studio, and you meet up with all these big rappers and to do music. Now they got drugs around, they got this, they got woo woo woo. The influence could be there, and you never really been in that position, so you possibly could change. You never know.
No, I agree with that. You never know.
Peer pressure.
I don't agree with that. If he young, maybe. But if you establish your habits and yourself and what you will and won't fucking do, I don't care what you put in front of me. That's just like saying, that's just like saying, D, the 3 of us, we gonna rob a bank, right? But look, the situation set up so smooth. All you gotta do is walk in, get the money, and come out. Ain't nothing else to do. Ain't nothing for you to worry about. I'm not finna do it because I know how I'm set up. Now, I got these kids I gotta be responsible for. I got my life. I'm not about to pull that out for nothing. And then, like I said, drugs is I already feel a very specific way about that. So I wouldn't give a damn what you put in front of me. I know how to say no, thank you.
I remember one time I wanted to work with these guys. It was a guy I knew I went to school with him. He was rapping, doing his thing or whatever. And I wanted to work with him. And I ain't gonna lie, I went over there and they was talking about doing, what was it? Was it PCP or some shit like that?
No, they trying to hate you down, man.
So, it was a dude in there and they asked me, I'm like, nah, I'm good. So, in my mind, I'm already like, oh yeah, this ain't the move. I can't fuck around with these types of people. So one dude was like, yeah, go. And he kept like trying to get me to do it. And I was like, nah. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shake out. You know what I mean?
That's how I am.
You know what I mean? Cause
I chill, like I mind, like you do your drugs. Just know I don't fuck with that shit. If that's what you do, my nigga, like. But just know I'm probably not gonna be. I'm not gonna come around again. Like, this is my last time fucking with y'all.
Because those types of drugs have people wilding.
Yes.
So now I'm concerned about my safety in this space.
That's what I be thinking about. Like you could just snap in this hole and just do like
turning us all out.
I had to shake out because I just couldn't deal with the vibe. But I feel say too, like when you talk about networking and the industry and all that shit, that's the type of shit that go on, and that's why some people can't get farther because they not fucking with the environments. You know what I mean?
So that's why we're gonna create our own environment. So that you're not facing that, you are not facing that, you are not facing that, and neither am I.
I'm smoking my weed. Fuck what y'all talking about.
But we're not talking about that.
All right. We're talking about that.
We're not talking about exactly. Yeah. And we're gonna create our own standard and our like certain things we not. I don't feel like you should. What's the word? Like put yourself in a bad position.
Submit to.
Yeah, or be compromised. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think you should compromise yourself based on certain things. Like, now I never had a lot of money. Like, let's be clear. So I can't tell you what with 100% certainty how a lot of money would make me act. I can tell you with 2,000% certainty, it won't make me a drug addict. It won't even make me adventurous. Like, oh, let me just try to do this line of coke. You know, like let me just pop this tab. I'm not taking anything. Period. Because I need to be accountable for my kids and for myself. And I made a promise to my grandmother a long time ago. It's certain things I'm not doing. And rest her in heaven, I feel like she hang out with me all the time. Her spirit just kind of moves around through me. When I'm getting ready to make a horrible decision, she be like, okay, say less. Let me back up off that. That ain't it.
With the same question but different, like, we know money comes with problems, right? And family asks for stuff. Without saying any names, if a certain person in y'all family, little group, close friends come ask y'all some y'all off the bat saying no. You already got them people in mind?
Nah, cause I mean, I guess with the money, yeah, cause I don't want to just give you money. I want to give you opportunity. Like if you got like where you can make money, bro, like where you don't have to just come to me as a crutch, bro. Like if you got something you've been wanting to do, you just ain't had the money to do it, and I got the money to put behind it and do it, and you can make your own shit, and you can do whatever you want with your own shit. But like, I want to give you the opportunity to make money. I don't want to just give you 10,000 and you go blow it and you come back to me next month. Hey, bro, I'm not. Then it's a no, bro. Bro. What did you do with that? That's a lot of money for a nigga that never had no money. What did you do? Just blew it off now? Like, but if you got something like you like drawing or you got something you want to sell, I'll put my money behind that, bro, and get you off the ground and whatever you make and do that. You ain't got to pay me back, my nigga, like, cause I got it. You know what I'm saying? I got it to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
pay me back by doing.
Just by doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's my shit. Like, I don't want to tell no family if you got like some kind of plan or something, bro. I'm with that shit.
I do have family that it'd be a hard no.
For real?
Hard no.
I don't have no family member that I can think of that is like it's a super hard no.
I'm talking about hard stop. Boom. No. Ain't no conversation past that. This is done. But my weakness for me probably would be my siblings. Like my brother, that would be where I have to like try to create some boundaries because I've already gotten myself in a position where I'm used to like helping and doing. Yeah. So then in my mind, okay, I got more. I can really help more. Yeah. Like, but then I know that sometimes my helping can turn into a
crutch.
Unhealthy crutch.
Gotcha.
Unhealthy crutch. Because a crutch is healthy. It helps you get better.
Gotcha. No,
but an unhealthy one, no.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So do y'all think some of these entertainers, not just rappers, people making a lot of money, entertainers, you think some reason they go through some of these problems, they ain't got nobody to stop them? Hey, what you doing? Like you said, you do it.
For sure.
Right? Yeah.
It's all yes men around.
Sure.
You ain't got no real people
sure.
around you, bro. Like you. That's why I like having people around me that are check. Yeah. Say something like when I'm out of line. Hey, bro, that was foul. What you said. Yeah. Just like we was talking about, like, even though like he was, you know what I'm saying, when he was talking about his chick and all that. Like us sitting around here, we know. Hey, bro, that's kind of foul. What you saying? Or that's kind of but.
Oh yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, like. Some people don't have that around them. And like I said, he called me the next morning.
And it's like, for the benefit of you.
Yeah, he called me the next morning. He was like, hey, bro, was I kind of out of line? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's good to have.
But that, I think I knew that he called. But listen, I think that is a commendable thing because what that means is that you're thinking about what you heard. Yeah. Whether you apply it, whether you accept it or not, it's like, okay, well, at least let me do some self-reflection. And that's part of that accountability that you felt or that you said people should have. I like the idea of that.
Like I told him, I say, bro, I didn't think it was that wild because we 28 episodes in. They just coming in on the third. So what they hearing, like, I hear this a lot. You know what I'm saying? So what you was saying, I wasn't really like, you know what I'm saying? But y'all, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I hear that most of the time from me. It ain't never been no problem yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't never came and said, you know, Danielle tripping or some shit I said. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even think you said some worse shit to that before, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just honest.
But then the truth of the matter is, y'all dudes. So now this is falling on my ear. I'm a girl. I'm like,
exactly.
It's no way she could be okay with that. But she could be. That's just Deidre's.
Yeah.
Like, if Deidre heard it, she'll be like.
And you know what's interesting about that? Because I talked to her about it or whatever, and I asked her, I was like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I was like, they were saying I was saying foul stuff. I was like, what do you think about, you know, my podcast? She was like, in particular, that podcast, I got my own podcast and other stuff. She was like, that podcast, I don't listen to. She's like, she's like, personally, I feel like it's an invasion of your privacy. She said, I feel like that podcast is a.
That makes absolutely no sense to me.
I do, because I heard Andrew Show say that his girl did not listen to his podcast.
But I'm talking about the invasion of privacy part. Ain't him private.
But he said.
I understand her not listening to it because she just don't want to hear what you got to say or we saying or whatever.
Right. Yeah, because she was saying like
maybe I don't want to feel attached to that.
She was saying like she said even though there's a woman on the show now, she was like I feel like it's a man's show, and she was like it's just like me and my girls talking outside of work, and I wouldn't want you to hear those conversations. She was like the only difference with yours is it's just on the internet. She was like, so I wouldn't want to.
It's a big difference, though.
But she was saying, but it's like I just look at it like men conversating. You know what I mean? Men having giving their points of view.
Well, getting their shit off. Just being honest, like being honest
so,
how they feel. Like
so
I don't see
like, I don't.
If she cool with it, who to say that it's wrong?
I mean,
if they cool, if their relationship is working fine and it's doing what it's do, who are we to say that he out of line? If we ain't sleeping with this nigga every night, we don't have to see him every day.
You can tell somebody that sounds offensive.
No, it sounds offensive, but like
You can say that.
But
The way
it's just our opinion.
It's our opinions,
correct.
like
That's correct,
no
and
doubt,
I agree
no
with that.
doubt,
And
no
you should
doubt.
be able to give that opinion. and
Oh
say
no,
that.
I'm not saying we.
That just sound wild to me, buddy.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, but if you're gonna continue at and continue at it, and then you and the person that it could most affect is not affected by it, y'all's relationship is not affected by it, then that's your prerogative.
Yeah.
But like when we're talking, it just sounds like I don't know, like when it passed by, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
No doubt, nah.
What?
Cause I've been sitting here sometimes I'll be like, damn, me that kind of.
Yeah.
But
And I expect y'all to do the same thing if I go to talk crazy like D. Even when we had a conversation, remember you told me you ain't gonna get no man. Like I was like, wait, what?
You know, cause the crazy thing too is like, I think I get that kind of like from like my mom.
look, she almost spit that shit
No,
out.
for real. Hey, a funny thing.
He didn't want to say it. He was like, I get that from.
My
Yeah, I'm
mom.
gonna say my mom.
No, cause like what they,
Bro,
I,
okay.
on a cool, you need a shirt that say my mom.
yeah, for real. They said too. I was looking at some on Instagram. They was like, who a red flag. My mom
Oh,
said.
no.
I said, well, give me that
Did you feel
damn.
attacked?
No, I said, give me that damn red flag.
Give me that flag. They got hold two of them hoes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You like off of Martin.
Yeah, but she was said my mom like that though, cause she was telling me I had to go out to lunch the other day. She was telling me like a situation or whatever she was going through, and she was like, people say, you just mean and you just say just whatever, and, you don't really think it's like no filter. And my mom was like, shit, I don't know what they wanted me to say. Like, okay, I mean, what do you want me to say? What you
Remember we talked about this a little while ago about vulnerability and like being so strong in the absence of a person who you feel safe or vulnerable with, where you can be not necessarily weak but vulnerable. I think that's the truth too. And then when you get used to like just doing what you got to do your way, and it's been successful, you've been surviving, you've been thriving, your kids thriving. Usually there is not a desire to change that. There's not really even a willingness to change that, because I know the formula. I figured out the formula that works for me. Until you see a different or a better formula. And I think that's when it becomes problematic. If you see something that's working a little better or different and you're not even willing to honor it at all, I think you hold yourself back to that degree.
Yeah, and I agree with that, because I do definitely know I can get stuck in my way, and that be the thing is like
Everybody get comfortable. Everybody get comfortable.
I get comfortable, and like I do be feeling like, for me, I've been kind of doing this kind of like on my own, kind of doing my own little thing, kind of maneuvering how I maneuver this way, and it's gotten me this far. You know what I mean?
So then how do you feel when I come along and I'm like, oh, we should try this, we should do this and that? Does it ever make you feel like, man, we've been doing this, so who are you?
You know why? Because
Wait, let him answer. You about to answer for him. Let him
I'm just saying, for me, I was thinking.
Okay, well,
me.
you give me an answer next, but I want to know,
No.
like, because my personality is forward, and I say what I think, and I, I'm saying, offer my part. Do you ever feel like, D, we've been doing this, like, just ease your way and don't come in and giving up.
Oh no, nah.
Look at me, nigga. Look at me like.
Yeah,
I'm just jump in anytime, I'm just curious about that.
No,
It's not putting you on the spot.
No, not at all.
It is.
It's not. I'm curious. I'm not gonna get mad. You're not easily offended. I mean, I just want to know.
No, honestly, I like really appreciate you coming on the show. I really like us working together, and when me and V was working together, it was really good. You know what I'm saying? But I also felt like we needed an extra piece. We always needed something. We needed someone to kind of help.
Cause we so laid
back.
We chill. Like, we don't care about the LLs. So we just want to get in here and fucking record and just push it out. We always talk to. That's why I say like now, cause we need somebody here to give us like, oh, y'all need to be doing this, my nigga, this. Like, what are y'all doing?
Exactly.
Like, we need that. We just
So I
never found nobody to do it. You came along like, oh, that's perfect, my nigga. Like, this is what we need, bro. Like,
and we need teammates.
It don't seem like you overstepping your boundaries.
That's what I'm always concerned
you're trying
about.
to eat like,
and I'm not even that type of person where, like, for instance, like, I'm a friend and I don't want you to be talking to my friend, or I'm not that kind of person. I'm kind of like, if
Oh no, not on that. Like not on that.
No, I'm not
yeah.
saying on friendship, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying like you coming on the show, like
Yeah.
I'm just not trying to. I'm cool
Or
with
like
you.
it's our thing. type
Yeah,
thing.
no, I'm not. I've never been that
Yeah,
person. Like,
I think that's why we've been working well together. Just when I
Yeah.
first met him, we ain't never been like that. It's just you want to come record to the studio. Like we'll meet somebody. He'll tell me I met somebody want to record. Bring them over. Let's see how their energy is. And if their energy right, we'll know. Like off the rip, we can fuck with this guy. Like,
we
but
can't,
we ain't
you know
gonna
what I
invite
mean?
you back, bro. Like this is your last time coming over here, my nigga.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like you can tell people's intentions or how they are.
Yeah.
Like your intentions are not bad. It's I want to see this. It can go. This can be something. You know what I'm saying? We know it can be something, but like, would you believe in it now? And then more people can keel and believe in. Like, we need that opinion, or we need that. When we see y'all where this shit can be better, or where y'all slipping, or y'all need to be doing this. Like,
what I noticed is too, your approach has been different. It's more like, all right, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, even like you're mirroring that, or let me not say mirroring, but like maybe it like sparks something in you that's different now. Like, all right, what we got going on? Hey, be accountable. Hey, answer the text message. Hey, here's the group text. What you think about this? And I feel inspired by that.
Yeah, I can say because personally too, like when you had came and you was saying you was getting the t-shirts and you was texting us a lot. I told V
texting us a lot. Damn, that's what I said.
I was telling
I like giving you a hard time. I like to see you squirm sometimes. I'm sorry, I do. I think this is what they am.
But no, when I was telling V, I was like, woo. I said the only thing about it is, man, I can't match D energy right now. But
there will be times when you probably exceed my.
But I feel say that's the good thing, because like to kind of keep it going, to keep the ball turning, you need that energy. You need that moment, because you may just be chilling and we can pick up our energy. You know what I mean? And it's been like that with me and V, because sometimes it'd be like I be on my editing shit like,
but I just be chilling.
Going ham, you know what I mean?
Be chilling over here.
Just be chilling. And then sometimes I get like going through shit or whatever.
I do shit, you know. But we don't never just like, damn, my nigga, you slipping, bro. Like, we don't hold each other not saying we don't hold each other accountable. It ain't that.
You know I'm saying that.
It ain't that big of a deal. Like we know, like life got in the way. Like you might be chilling, so we gonna chill out for a second.
We not taking no shorts. and if life has gotten in the way, it is your duty and responsibility as part of the team to communicate that. Maybe not the specifics, because maybe you don't want to put somebody specifically in your business, but you have to say, hey y'all, I got this thing going on. I know we scheduled to do X, Y, and Z. This is how we can deal with it. Either we can pick a different day, or y'all can carry on and I'll catch up the next time. But one man can't be the hindrance for our success. Like we all have to be a contributor to it or not. Okay, sorry.
And I can say another thing too, like your perspective, it actually changed me in my life now. Like literally, like it's.
You better not cry, nigga.
I'm not.
You know what you say, like with me and my woman, right? Like you know what I'm saying, like. Certain things, it made me think about it. And I was like, I was telling V, I was like, when I come in this show, I look at it as entertainment, and I'm trying to entertain. I'm trying to, speak certain things that men probably don't say. Or I'm just trying to go a little hard.
Push that button.
Yeah, I'm trying to press that button, you know what I mean? And the crazy thing is my life at home is so different than. You know what I mean?
And see, I'm the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Who I am here is who I am anywhere.
That's me. That's how I am.
That's who I am. Anywhere.
That's how I am.
Anybody who listen to her, who know me for real, they'll be like, yeah, that's that. She on that. That's what she on. Here, there, work with the kids, at sport. However I am, that's just how I am. I don't have a desire, or I don't even have the time to turn this D on. And turn this D on. Like I don't have the time to do that.
But the way I look at it too, like you use your real name, right?
Yeah.
I use Black Hearse.
Yeah.
A character. You know what I mean? Like it's
Damn, I use VA, so is that a character?
I don't think so. Those literally are your initials, sir.
Yeah. I use a character. I use something that's totally my parents can give me.
Kilo. All right, we'll call Kilo.
My bad, Kurt.
Yeah, but I use something totally different than what my parents name me. What my son know me as. My son don't know my name, Black Hearse.
Yeah.
You know,
He will.
Might be real.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is like literally just having a camcorder making home videos.
Yeah.
This never goes away.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, especially once it makes it on the internet, it's not going. Somebody can type in something and then it'll pop up.
And that was, I mean, I kind of accepted for it because I always look at celebrities. You know what I mean? You don't know what, like, I feel like they feed information of themselves to the internet or whatever. You don't really know what the fuck going on.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You don't know how a person I can get on here all day long and say, oh, me and my girl good and it's special and I love her.
Some of our conversations carry over.
Mm-hmm.
So we specifically will be able to know this is not part of the character unless you're lying when this thing is not running to us.
Yeah.
Right? Because we talk before and after and during and whatever the case may be. That's what I base my assessment off of. Okay. Not only what you're saying here, what you said before we started. What you said after this was over. And I'm like, okay. No. I don't say, no, not that you're off. Like, I consider those things before I will formulate an opinion. I'm not formulating an opinion just based on what we talk about on here.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It makes sense.
Yeah, because I'm learning you as a person.
Yeah.
Now, I know him, have a different rapport with him. Like, I could tell when he on some, like, I just probably would ignore him or laugh or call him out like, what are you talking about? I mean, I haven't gotten to that level with you yet because I don't know you all the way.
It's crazy. I know both of y'all, so I know.
Yeah. So your comfort level is different. That's why this dynamic is it's cool.
Cause I don't know.
And so you got the upper hand too.
Like I'm saying, shit, I've been out of town with E. It's like we don't been places, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't.
You really know me, like
we don't done some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know E.
You ain't never been out of town with me.
I have. Nigga, we went to New Orleans. What you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
And you know what's funny about that? Cause I can say
you definitely did. You're right.
I know it's some shit that I can say on this podcast, right? And everybody in the world would be looking at me like, oh, that nigga on some crazy shit. But V can know specifically that, like, when we was out, that nigga didn't do shit.
True.
That nigga folded up like a pussy.
I think the difference is he would say that. He would say, like, really, bro?
No.
He would. I'm not saying that he would say you are lying or you did this. I think he would be like, really, bro?
Yeah. But
if it was pretty extreme,
that's the point.
But he don't go that far.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. Like, it's not that extreme. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
where I gotta be like, I gotta say, bro. Like,
you lying like, well, hell nah. Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
But he'll know, like, yeah, that nigga.
That nigga on some other shit right there. He get views right there. He just talking some shit right there.
Yeah, let that nigga work.
Partnership as well. It can only grow.
Yeah. So,
learning each other and talking.
To answer your question, yeah, man, I appreciate you being here. Like,
Thank
for
you.
real. I don't want you to ever think that, like, you know, I feel some way or, hell no. Like, never.
Yeah, not that you feel a way about me being here, but like my approach. That's specifically I think what I wanted to know, because I know I can be forward, and I'm not great at mincing words. Like, what I want to say is what I choose to say, right? Mincing words to me, like, it messes up time. Like, I don't have time to keep figuring out how to say this to you in a nice or a gentle or a loving way. Look, bro, this is what we need to do. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because to me, even that's love for me to hold you accountable. That's love for me to even mention it to you.
Yeah.
Or want it to be better or want it to be different. Like, that's how I'm demonstrating my love for you. And if I was like, oh, Kurt,
yeah,
like,
see, that's the thing I like, because I like honesty. You know what I mean? So when you bring that aspect to it, it's like it makes the conversation, it makes the relationship honest, as opposed to you being fraudulent or fake about this shit, and I don't know where you stand really with me, and I don't know if you won't even be here that long.
Yeah, that's real. There
you go. Nah, that's real shit.
That's
so beautiful and pretty. Is there a difference?
I think so. Like I said, if you still look attractive to me without makeup and all that fancy shit that you putting on or to make you look beautiful, I think or pretty, I think that's beautiful. If you can just if I can just see you without no makeup on and some basketball shorts and some thing, like, man, she's still fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's still pretty to me. Like, that's beauty to me. Like, that's natural beauty.
So a girl, or if you see a girl you like, when you approach her, you gonna tell her she's beautiful or you gonna tell her she's pretty?
I would tell her she's beautiful. That'll hit harder to me. That'll hit harder.
So you
Female want to hear that, bro. Especially if they are beautiful and they ain't never
Right.
and you tell most people, most dudes ain't gonna tell a girl they beautiful. They're you pretty or you cute or you know what I'm saying like it. But I think saying you beautiful, that's a whole different level, bro. Like you on some more shit, bro. Like I don't know, like I think it is a difference, bro.
Beautiful for me is like it's associated more with like a feeling than what
beauty?
I see. Yes.
Okay.
So I could see somebody and say, she pretty. You know, I could see that. But like I told y'all earlier, like the idea of like clear water on like white sand, to me, that is beautiful. It looks beautiful. It feels beautiful. It smells beautiful. Like the waves sound beautiful. Like to me, that word is like potent. So you're right. If you walked up to me and said, D, I think you are beautiful, I would be thinking, that is profound. Like, did you hear me say something? Like, what? Cause are you only remarking on how my face looks?
Now,
or
when you said that, now I want to change, because like when you say that, I guess I would have to get to know you, because I do think of like that as like who you are as a person, how pure you are.
Yeah.
And when you say that makes a little more sense. Like if I was just like fucking with you like off the rip and I just met you, I might say you pretty. Until
I think one is surface.
like once I start fucking with you and I get to see what type of person you are and like how you treat people and all this shit, you're a beautiful person. You know what I'm saying? It don't just go with your looks. It goes with how
That's
you
how I
acting,
feel
you know,
too.
your character and all that shit. So
How you treat me.
like if I'm just probably talking to a girl, like I'll probably say you pretty first until I get started to knowing you and we get into that deeper relationship and I can really say, oh yeah, nah, you a beautiful person. You more than
So
just
you don't
pretty.
think you can meet somebody that's beautiful right off the point, right off outside?
Me? Or you talking
Anybody?
I don't think so. Based on the definition that I just
not
gave
my
you,
definition.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I mean, because I can look at, I can use celebrities for instance. I think Rihanna is beautiful, and I can say that because of.
I think Rihanna is gorgeous.
Yeah, I can say.
Above.
Yeah,
I concur.
Yeah, no, I can say that off rip just based off of. I know her as a celebrity, and when I see her and when she talk and her vibe, I'm putting all that into account of her beauty.
It goes back to what you said. What she just giving you bullshit.
Yeah.
Like what if off the camera she just a
Well, she
fucking
giving me
terrible.
some beautiful bullshit.
What if off the camera she just a terrible human being, bro? And
You know what I
she
mean?
just.
The things that would make me feel like or say that she was beautiful is I seen her on a video giving food to like money to a homeless guy to buy food.
But is she doing that
When
for clout?
when she did a video about,
for clout?
I'm not sure. When she did a interview about the whole Chris Brown thing, like the way she talked about him, she could have like really, she could have really went bad. But the way she was talking was like she felt bad that he was being looked at like a monster for that interaction between them. And I'm not speaking about the interaction between them, whether it was right or wrong. I'm just saying how she was like emotional and how she still wanted to and she still wanted to cover him.
I guess real
what I'm
recognize.
Yeah.
I think so.
And
And
that
that-
time, they also play in the fact that let's say if Chris Brown was that, and she covered him. Females do that today. So that's.
I don't,
Like I just said, real recognize real.
I don't think so.
No,
because
I get that. I'm just saying.
Well,
It
in
could
his
be
own
that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In his own documentary, he spoke to what happened.
No,
And
I
you
see
never
that,
heard her
I see
refute.
I
And
see
she
that.
never said nothing to challenge or refute anything he
No,
said.
I'm just saying.
But yes, you're
saying,
right. You're right.
I'm just saying, you know, she basically trying to change the narrative. You know, and that happens today outside of celebrities. And girls getting beat on, and then the dude probably continuously do it, and they'll still forgive them. Vice versa, man. You know, if it's a female beating on a man, like y'all talking about earlier.
I don't know if that doesn't make them beautiful. That make them maybe scared or want to believe in the love that they feel like this person has. I don't know, but for me, beauty has to do more with what's in my brain outside of my eyesight.
So
for me,
if you just going, you was somewhere and a man came up to you and said, "Damn, you beautiful."
I would say, "Thank you." Why would you say that? That's what I would say because that's just part of my personality. Thank you. What made you say that?
Your introspective self.
I'm sorry. Do you think it's a lie?
No, because I think you have a different perspective.
I would literally say.
But he might have a different perspective on
Right.
me.
And what he say
says.
to me would indicate what I'm gonna do next.
Gotcha.
Because if he starts fluffing, thanks. I'm out of
So
there.
you challenging him out there.
I'm out of there. No, it would depends on what he say. Ain't no challenge. Either I'm gonna pick it up, I'm gonna put it down. It ain't no challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't no challenge.
What's your idea of beautiful, Coach?
Well, my idea of beautiful.
Strippers.
You know it. Big booties, big old titties.
I'm fucking with you.
No, yeah, my definition of beauty, I guess pretty much the same thing. Like, yeah, inward and outward.
Gotcha.
And that's why I was using Rihanna, because it's like, I can tell from what she say and what she gives off, the inward is beautiful, and then also, of course, she's.
I can't tell. I don't know.
Yeah,
Have you ever called somebody beautiful?
Have I ever called somebody beautiful? I think, yeah, I call my fiance beautiful all the time.
I think that's the only person I ever
It's
called.
because who she is?
Huh?
It's because
I
who she
think.
is?
I think
Yeah.
the mother of his son brought his son in the world.
Yeah.
Whatever she's willing to do
Yeah.
for him or has done for him,
Yeah.
I think that is.
That's beauty.
I think it could be.
Yeah.
Don't let me speak for you, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying like those things could be.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the most beautiful things as a man that you can see is your wife ushering your child into the world.
So that's not pretty.
Nah.
Is it childbirth pretty? Nah.
But I mean,
Could it be gorgeous?
Nah.
That's another word.
I mean,
That's what I would describe a good-looking person.
Okay.
That's why I said instead of I wouldn't say Rihanna was beautiful because I don't know her
yeah.
in a way
Because your
that
definition
fits
of
my
beauty,
definition.
right.
To my eyes, that is a gorgeous human being. That's what I would say.
I guess
But do
I-
I know if she's beautiful? I don't know.
Cause nothing I do, I call my mom beautiful all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go and I see her, I be like, "Hey, mom, you look beautiful," or you know what I'm saying, "You beautiful today," or you know, beautiful or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But you use the operative word. You
Yeah.
look beautiful.
Yeah.
When I use it, you are beautiful and you look
Yeah.
beautiful. That's not the
That's too
same.
different, yeah.
Okay, so
I don't think.
What about the text message? I'm pretty sure everybody sent it before, received it or whatever. Good morning, beautiful. What does that mean?
I don't mean shit to me. You mean I'm on your roster?
Depends on who. I mean, I ain't sent that text. I sent that text to my wife, but I don't.
You mean I'm on your roster?
Yeah,
And correct. And
Send
I
that
ain't
to
got
my
no
wife.
husband
like,
or no boyfriend.
yeah, I sent
It's
that-
just
I
like a
ain't- I
random.
wouldn't send
No,
that.
I'm just saying. Cause
Nah, he-
What's yours? What you asking
Wait,
all
what's
these
your
questions?
God damn.
What's yours? Yeah, that is. But I would like to know what's yours.
beauty is the way y'all broke it down. I agree with y'all,
Mhm.
but I have told people or women
Yeah.
more likely are beautiful, but that goes into.
I have told a man he was beautiful. I told a man he was
I
beautiful.
never thought about the difference between. Well, I use pretty on certain pretty shit. Just if that makes sense. I don't know how to really describe it.
If I see my friend girl's toes, I'm like, oh, I'm pretty. Like that's a pretty color, or
I mean, okay, yeah.
that outfit, that's pretty on you, you know, like that. But I wouldn't say.
I
To
think
me, beautiful weighs more heavily.
in a relationship, if
pretty
I'm-
or cute or
if
what.
I'm in a relationship with you, pretty is just, it look pretty. It's just a
I don't even really like use that word.
exactly.
You know,
That's what I'm saying.
Good word.
Pretty. It's not really a great
It's
word.
gorgeous.
I use
I
that
like
with
using
Mimi.
gorgeous,
She's 6. Yeah, things are pretty to her. You know, glitter is pretty. Tiaras are pretty.
Princess. And,
Yeah, it's
you know
pretty,
what I'm
right?
Kind of
saying?
like kiddish.
Yeah,
Like, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
but as you mature, I think you start.
Yeah.
Like
You
pretty
know,
to me is like saying you alright.
That's a that's a real.
I mean, but
That shit
pretty-
real to me. Nah, I
Pretty
hear
too
that.
is like that. Like I give a story. Like when I was in college, it ain't the word pretty, but a girl, they was like, oh, you know, you cute, right? And I was like, yeah, man, she think I'm cute. Woo woo woo. So my best friend, he was my roommate at the time. He said, bro, cute is adorable, like a kid.
Like
Yeah.
a puppy. Like a puppy.
He said, it ain't like she said. Like
Like
you
you
want to
fine.
say you gorgeous or fine, like she want to smash or she want you like
I'm
that.
not. When women say you fine, I do think that is true. If you be I'm like, damn, you fine. That mean I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
You
some
can see
other
it in the
way.
smile. You can see the way. Damn, you fine. Like, she wants
Yeah.
to be.
Well,
my
that,
nigga.
that's what it means. That-
She want
when
the
I
D,
think
bro.
when a woman say you fine, she is already saying he is somebody I would take to my bed. When she say
For
you
sure.
fine, I think that's the translation for that. Oh, I hit that.
Yeah.
The same way y'all would say, oh, I hit that. I cut out. When we say you fine, that's our
I see this. She
thing.
can get it, my nigga.
We say that too.
Yeah, she
So-
can get
We
it.
say that too.
So to me, like we all agree, pretty is more of a kid term. You say to your daughter or something like that.
It's
Yeah.
just
Your
juvenile,
kid
yeah.
term.
It's
Yeah,
juvenile.
yeah.
Yeah, it's juvenile.
What's next on it? What's next on
I
it?
think we burnt all of it.
Let's talk about E outfit before we go further.
Hey,
it's
we good.
Let's talk about this outfit here.
Oh,
What you got going on?
I thought you had.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'll just fucking
It's what you said earlier. Can you compliment somebody? Speaking of pretty, so beautiful, you with your partner. Another.
Nah.
I know. Before we get into that, I wanted him to rip me up about my.
I'm not. Actually, I was gonna say I fucks with it.
For real?
No, I do because I like because you do the hats and shit, bro, and I commend that shit. I like that shit that you keep doing. You keep doing that shit. And I'm like, oh shit, but I'm looking at the motherfucker. He got the maroon and that matched the hat. Then he got the green pants, but the build is green. You know what I'm saying? He got the night. I fucks with it. I would rock that, bro. It wouldn't be that tight on me, but I would rock that.
You like the Russell Westbrook over here. Huh? You like Russell Westbrook to me. You don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I work for the clown you for that. I fucks with it. I know you probably like this nigga for the clown.
I wouldn't mind because I always wanted to be the Craig Sager of the show. So,
And the guy who used to wear the flashy suit.
Oh, you gotta see Curse when they come here sometimes. That nigga be having on some shit, boy.
Yeah,
I was scrolling when I saw the video.
Yeah, see?
I was like, wow.
What happened?
And even when he got up to go to his car to get his drink, in my head I'm thinking, why would a short person have pants that's that short? Like y'all can fit.
Which way?
These people. Yeah, but I figured that was your intention. That's why I never said it. I just thought it to myself like, his pants are really short.
Yeah, man. Like that's like one of my goals is to try how to even like my shoes are super dirty. You know what I mean? I got clean shoes, but I just try to do.
That's not the code.
I mean, yeah, because
I ain't fucking with you.
said super dirty.
That ain't the color. Hey, you made me look at the house again like, hold on, bro, them all supposed to be white.
Yeah, that's what I said. He said they like beige.
He just reminded me of someone's uncle though. Like this outfit just made me think of like the cool.
No, see, they ripping your shit. I ain't ripping your shit.
No. It's the cool uncle that sit back. You know, the cool uncle that sit back and shoot shit to the young kids. You know, back in the day, I used to do the.
You made the hat on your.
My fiance did this.
What does it say?
This.
He always got the episode on him too.
Yeah.
Yo, how did not see that?
And
he always
this is for episode 12. You know what I mean? And then I always say,
well, we gonna need some of those when we get these T-shirts.
He make them himself. We had what that shit is.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I did not pay attention to that.
Sorry, I cut off camera. I keep moving.
Here you go.
Yeah. I was trying to do it like every podcast, but I ran out of gas final. So
are they expensive? Just a little bit.
No, I used to get them at this gas station where I used to stay at. So they stopped having them, and I didn't look online or nothing.
Like a plain hat.
So we was doing this, but we had people just draw art photos each episode. And we show it on there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice.
Erica did that.
Hey, speaking
Erica
of,
good at that shit.
She drew it
right?
with her hand?
Yes, with paint.
Oh no, that's nice.
That shit hard, ain't it?
Yeah.
Hey, since y'all showing this stuff about the show, I guess it'd be a perfect time to talk about the new stuff. Introduce D, formally introduce D. You know what I'm saying?
And we gonna come back to that other topic.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
What you got?
I just thought it'd be a good time to
talk
about the show, what's going on.
We got some new team members coming along. We're building, trying to build the brand up and make it better, and we're excited to bring the new people on, and I think it's gonna be really good. We're gonna have a new cameraman. We're gonna have a new producer. We got a new co-host. You know what I mean? So a lot of things have changed. We got a business. Executive now. She's going to be doing all the business things behind the scenes. So I think it's really great. I'm excited. Huh?
Merch.
It's coming soon.
Yeah,
coming soon.
Merch is coming.
We're just getting started.
Yeah.
So I
got
a question for me and Curse. Either one of y'all can answer. How did y'all come up with getting D on the podcast? How y'all come up with getting D on the podcast?
I think I texted D just because I ain't talked to her in a while, but me and Kirk were just talking about like guests happening on the show, and
You had asked me before.
I asked you
and we
about
never got
poetry.
around to it.
It's about poetry. I was like, would
Yeah,
you want to
because
come
I
out here
do
and just
write.
read some
Yeah,
poetry?
yeah.
And you was like,
too.
you do?
And I said yes, but we never got around to that. But I
But
don't
then you just came on and just, and
Yeah,
then
we
the
just had a
energy was fucking
conversation.
dope. Like, we were like, what? Let's just
And
see.
initially, I was just thinking, all right, well, they had me as a guest. That's cool. I loved it. I would be a guest again if they asked. Carry on. And if it was
And
like,
I guess you saw the way, I saw the way you like having a conversation as well. So I'm like, shit, well, I just fucking see if she want to be another host. Like, goddamn, like,
Yeah.
and because it was dope. Like, 'cause we talked about it. Like, I was like,
Yeah, as soon
that
as
shit
you
was
went there and talked to
not as
Eric,
soon as you went.
I
yeah, no, swear to God.
Yeah.
As soon as
went there
you
and
walked,
talked to Eric, talked to
Yeah.
Eric and your
Yeah.
kid, grabbing your kids and everything, you was like, oh man,
right?
that was amazing.
Right, bro?
Oh, we gotta bring her back. Oh yeah, man, this is it.
And then we was like, shit, we just look at her hoe. Like, fuck bringing her back, nigga. Like, I just
Yeah.
want to be a hoe. Like, relax. Shit, like,
Yeah.
no. Like,
Yeah.
me and him know, like, we know what
Yeah.
energy. Like, we know, like, that was some good energy. Even like when Kilo.
Yeah.
When he came on that, when he came like, when you like, Curse tell me, like, shit, I was like, that was pretty dope, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I like his energy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he came with some good topics and shit. Like, it was the energy was dope. Like,
Yeah.
and the Curse like said, I'm gonna ask him, do he want to be a part of all that shit?
And I
And I think besides that, we had some good conversations, just like
I
in
think
passing.
Off camera.
Yeah, like in real
we
life.
always had, like,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
we saw each other the way we do see each
Spend a
other,
lot
we
of
chop
time
it up
just
for an
talking.
hour,
Yeah,
at least
just
two,
catching
just
up.
chopping up about different shit. So,
How did you feel when they asked you, like when they said we want you to be a part of it?
Well, technically, I was like, okay. But then when I seen the video that he did, I think my thoughts,
mhm.
I was like I was flattered at that point.
I shouted you out on
Yeah.
there. That's what it was. Yeah.
I was like, oh, my friend is so serious
Yeah.
about this.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
And then I felt good about it, like, because I know that he'd been working at his whole situation for a long time. So for him to feel, and I think I sent you a text message, right, saying, thanks for trusting me enough to extend that offer. Because you really got to, have some trust in somebody if you want to bring them into your sphere, something that you're creating, something that you truly believe in. So when I came in, I'm like, shit, I believe in it too. What's up?
Right. That's what's up. Yeah.
Like, this will be good.
How you feel?
Yeah.
I was honored.
I was honored.
Curse told me that shit. I was like, he said he was honored. Bro. I was like, oh,
And
that
I was
shit-
nervous to ask him.
Yeah,
And
I
this
was
how I went, cause like
that shit
last,
dope.
when I did what episode was it? Last episode 29, right?
Yeah.
It went well. Meaning like I went home talking about the shit, and I was just thinking about like, damn, man, that went good as fuck.
That's what you were telling me. We
And then,
talked.
like energy, like you said, the energy was good. Then it led to work. When Eric was talking about something about the podcast, and he just so. Would you feel like being a producer of the show?
He said he was nervous, so he had to hurry
He said he was nervous. I was like,
Got
I
them
just looked
B-boy
at him. I just looked at him like, you serious? Like, producer? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, shit, yeah. And then I had thought about it. I said, but what a producer do?
He's like, fuck it, I'm in.
Yeah,
It don't matter.
nigga,
Like,
fuck
I'm
it.
in. Tell me to do on the back end, but I'm in right now.
Yeah, nah, I'll be honest.
I liked his energy too. I think we had good energy
Yeah.
when you came in. So I liked your perspective on things. I like that you could articulate what you thought, how you felt,
Appreciate it.
and you have a similar approach to me. Yeah, like asking a lot of questions. Yeah, asking a lot of questions. Like we don't. Yeah, we want to know information. Like I want to know the why behind. Why would you say this? Why do you feel this? Why do you think this? You do a lot of that type of question asking. So
I would
yeah,
say to
appreciate
me,
that.
like with me, it's like I do a screening process with people. Not like openly, but
So off conversation.
yeah, off a conversation. So while I'm at work, you know what I'm saying, I just be talking to them, and I'd be like, oh, okay, you in the screening process. That go for everybody, anybody.
told me that shit.
You know, just to see who can vibe, who can I work with, I can grow with. You know what I mean? And so when I was talking to Keelan and the conversations, and one of the things that stood out was he has a podcast. You know what I mean? And he was telling me about that. So we had similar interests. Then I invited him over to my house, and we just chopped it up in my little room or whatever, and it was for hours.
Nice little.
Yeah.
It was for hours. We talked, and we talked about the business of podcasting.
Finally got him speak.
Yep, got it.
Finally got him.
We talked about the business of podcasting, so I knew his what you want to call it. I knew his intensity was the same as mine, and
That makes it different.
yeah, you want people around you where I can sit up and talk to you for 2 or 3 hours about podcasting, you know, most people get tuned out because they don't care, they're not into it. Yeah. But with him, it was like we talked about it. We talked about just so many different things, and I was like, oh yeah.
And shit, man, he didn't even start on like no podcast. It's just I do music, bro, and he was like, did you do music?
I was trying to rap.
He was, and I was like, you gonna get on my song? Rapping. He told me that. He was like, fool, I was so like honored, bro, that you put me on the song, fool, and it was going on iTunes. Yeah. Like ain't nobody ever asked me to get on the song and then it go like on iTunes and shit, and we can kind of get some money out and get. I was like, I just want to see.
Like, we all got the similar backgrounds too, though, on the cool, because I used to rap and I write poetry. I've been doing this
I was about to say, I've never rapped, but me too.
I wrote my first poem to a girl, so.
Yeah, I mean, he stamped me. Like, that's why I tell you, like, he made me, I guess you could say, gave me that confidence or that belief in yourself. To be like, you know, oh, you a rapper. And then he would call me, you know, Black Curse. He would refer to me as that, like, you know what I mean? Like, other people wouldn't take me seriously like that. So,
that is real shit. That's real shit.
Yeah, he stamped me. He like,
good job, B.
Appreciate it, my nigga. Appreciate it, bro.
So, like, when he stamped me, I was just like, all right, so I am that. So then my role started changing. I started
doing shit. He got it up.
Yeah, confidence builds. So
that's what he out tell you. Like, that's your like superpower, bro. You make niggas feel comfortable, bro, and like want to be themselves and do like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, cause all this shit that I'm doing now, man, I've been wanting to do this type of shit, but when you meet someone and they, you know what I'm saying, they kind of, and he's always, one thing about V too is he's real, like. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell me some shit and it helped me. Like one time I remember he told me something like, I was like, when we did our album together, I was like, alright, shit bro, we gotta work hard, we gotta do this. He was like, whoa. Sometimes you give yourself high expectations. Like, you know, I can't think of the word.
That's a Virgo shit. Good
shit. I can't think of the word. It was something, but you was like, you give yourself, like you put too much on yourself. That's what you said. You put too much on yourself. And it was like V telling me that it clicked.
It triggered something.
It made me understand like, oh, okay. And he was like, nah, this is what we gonna do, bro. We gonna work song by whatever if we come in here and we do a song, we do a song. If we don't, we don't. But we gonna take our time. We gonna, you know what I'm saying, chill with it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And that's how we kind of go about it.
Time we came over, we just chop it up. We wouldn't even do no music.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
My life is. And I do music, bro.
Yeah, and that taught me a lot about like stay producing, because you can be consistent. Like people think consistency is just doing something every day. Nah, if you do it 3 times in a month, 1 time a month, that's consistency. That's consistency. You know what I mean? So I learned that from V, and I appreciate him for a lot of shit.
I ain't learned nothing from this Negro.
Straight up.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
So, all y'all got something special, I believe.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, you do too, man.
Team gonna be sick. Team getting sick, bro. Like our team gonna be strong.
And I gotta tell you, I lost 15 pounds last month, so eventually I'm gonna be on that bit looking svelte. Look it up. Svelte. We're gonna have a word
what
of the
that mean? Yeah,
it just mean like coke bottle put together, tight. Svelte. SV, svelte. I'm gonna do that too. We're gonna have a word. Let me just say this. There's a word that you guys have used a couple of times. I have not interjected. Just want to put it on the record. It's converse, not conversate. Okay. We're gonna do a word of the day.
That's great.
You better get your ass on. It's converse.
It definitely is.
It's converse.
You know
well, because at the end of the day, part of our job on this platform is to entertain and do all the things, but we got an obligation to educate too. So even if it's just one word, let me just give you a word. Let me just give you a word.
Hard to change. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think we
educate. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you change it or not. Just as long as you are aware that the right way to say it is this way. Even if you continue to say it the wrong way, that's your decision.
You the big sister of this
right.
podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Big sister.
You took that. Yeah.
What? No. Okay. We done. Are we done?
No. You know what I think is so funny because I had told somebody one day. You know the girl that used to play in when Morton was what's that movie called? Nah, when that girl, she was crazy. She was the crazy girl.
No, cause a thing.
No,
thin line between the legs.
Yeah. So I was like, man, that woman used to look really beautiful.
She's still beautiful.
And so
I seen her on TV one on the interview. She looked cute.
So I was like, they were like, she's still not cute. And I was like, nah, she lost her luster.
Straight up. I love that. I
shit real. That shit real though. That shit real. 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 My bad, D.
Okay. Bugged up.
Nah, that shit real.
Lost her.
Yeah, we going. We going.
So did y'all want to do that
Oh,
last topic?
yeah.
I'm hungry.
I'm starving. Erica texts already. We bring the food up there. I'm like, no, don't do that. Yeah, I think we should.
That gotta be dope.
Yeah.
That cool.
I think we should.
I'm hungry.
One of them kids. Erica's home.
I hope so. I hope they ain't like, yeah,
The
she
kids
said
is
we play
gone.
clubhouse. We just turn the car
We
on.
out.
Want to?
We out here. We just gonna spin the block. Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Yeah. Today was great. Today was great. We got more good stuff coming. We got a lot of things working and in play. Be patient.
This shit boy VA, the nigga with the white wife.
It's deep.
And it's your boy, Black Curse, the Diggerized American, also known as the Black Contradiction, also known as I hate crackers and niggas.
This is nuts.
We got Kilo.
We got Kilo behind the scenes. Oh my God. Cut, bro.